Well, I was asked to fit this, or finish fitting this Airco belt drive kit to the BSA A65, and that involved it had to be changed from a 4-spring clutch that had been on it back to a 3-spring. So I've done all that. One little point that might be worth mentioning, now the rotor and the drive pulley for the belt drive were already fitted and in place when this landed here. I was just asked to sort of finish the job off, I think, when perhaps it got a little bit much for the owner. But anyway, whatever, they were fitted. I don't know whether there's anything spacer wise behind the pulley, between the pulley and the crank, but it looks very, very close to the crankcase anyway. But what I found was that, bear in mind the stator was fitted as well as the rotor. When I was trying to fit the clutch and I got to a point where I wanted to rotate the main shaft and the clutch drum, once the clutch drum was engaged with the belt, I found I couldn't turn it. So I thought, right, I'll get a few clutch plates in and fasten it up, stick it in gear and try and rotate the back wheel to turn it. No way, it wouldn't budge. And it turned out what it is the sort of outer face of the belt drive pulley was binding against, it was actually this face here, because I turned the stator over and you can see marks there, circular mark there, where the face of the pulley was hard up against the encapsulation of the alternator. I turned it over purely because the encapsulation didn't seem to sort of stick out so far on the other face. That wasn't good enough on its own, so what I ended up doing was just putting a washer on each of the alternator holding studs first before putting the alternator on, and that just gave clearance so that the engine can turn. As we can see here, it's free to turn now, but the face of the belt drive pulley there is very, very close to the sort of resin encapsulation on the alternator. So that's just one that might be worth bearing in mind for anyone who's doing anything like this, is you might have to move the stator out just a little bit. I've already sort of trial fitted the primary cover and there's no problem, it goes all the way home, so the alternator isn't sort of stopping that from going as far as it needs to. Everything turns freely now. I think I'm ready to just clean this up, put a bit of sealant on it and put this back on, and the clutch will be ready to go. And I've also tested in gear, holding the clutch in and spinning the back wheel, which in turn spins the clutch centre. I've been able to check and adjust and make sure that I've got nice even lift on the pressure plate, so all that's good. So next up, I think I'll get the primary cover on and that'll wrap that part of the job up.